Okay, then I've accepted it.
Exactly.
And once I'm saying it's Afro dance, so it means it's Afro dance.
Thank you.
Because I don't follow, fine, more Afro dance or no.
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys. I listen to Ghnewsnow.
Yeah. I like the way you're saying Afro dancer because I'm the one that named it that way.
Okay, then I've accepted it.
Exactly.
And once I'm saying it's Afro dance, so it means it's Afro dance.
Thank you.
Because what I say is fine now.
Thank you.
And no being here said that's his problem.
Top actress.
That's a part. And you know, the Afro dance or Afa. And the American says Afro dance or now more, you know. I don't really follow everything everyone. Maybe I don't follow, fine, more Afro dance or no.
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys. I listen to Ghnewsnow.
Yeah. I like the way you're saying Afro dancer because I'm the one that named it that way.
Okay, then I've accepted it.
Exactly.
And once I'm saying it's Afro dance, so it means it's Afro dance.
Thank you.
Because what I say is fine now.
Thank you.
And no being here said that's his problem.
Top actress.
That's a part. And you know, the Afro dance or Afa. And the American says Afro dance or now more, you know. I don't really follow everything everyone. Maybe I don't follow, fine, more Afro dance or no.
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys. I listen to Ghnewsnow.
Yeah. I like the way you're saying Afro dancer because I'm the one that named it that way.
Okay, then I've accepted it.
Exactly.
And once I'm saying it's Afro dance, so it means it's Afro dance.
Thank you.
Because what I say is fine now.
Thank you.
And no being here said that's his problem.
Top actress.
That's a part. And you know, the Afro dance or Afa. And the American says Afro dance or now more, you know. Maybe I don't follow, fine, more Afro dance or no.
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys. I listen to Ghnewsnow.
Yeah. I like the way you're saying Afro dancer because I'm the one that named it that way.
Okay, then I've accepted it.
Exactly.
And once I'm saying it's Afro dance, so it means it's Afro dance.
Thank you.
Because what I say is fine now.
Thank you.
And no being here said that's his problem.
Top actress.
That's a part. And you know, the Afro dance or Afa. And the American says Afro dance or now more, you know. I don't really follow everything everyone. Maybe I don't follow, fine, more Afro dance or no.
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys. I listen to Ghnewsnow.
Yeah. I like the way you're saying Afro dancer because I'm the one that named it that way.
Okay, then I've accepted it.
Exactly.
And once I'm saying it's Afro dance, so it means it's Afro dance.
Since 1994, crafting natural products with organic shea butter and red palm oil. All products are available on Walmart.com and Shopify, or visit our website at chrismark.com.
Maybe I don't follow, fine, more Afro dance or no.
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys. I listen to Ghnewsnow.
Yeah. I like the way you're saying Afro dancer because I'm the one that named it that way.
Okay, then I've accepted it.
Exactly.
And once I'm saying it's Afro dance, so it means it's Afro dance.
Thank you.
Because what I say is fine now.
Thank you.
And no being here said that's his
best kept culinary secret.
Since 1994, crafting natural products with organic shea butter and red palm oil. All products are available on Walmart.com and Shopify, or visit our website at chrismark.com.
Wow, it's a lovely Wednesday afternoon down to evening, right in the studios of Radio Kulcha, and this is your entertainment arena, right here in the studios with me. Peace, Kwame up here, always with the two fingers in the ear. I say, synergy, respond. Whatever you are this afternoon, baby, I will be a Jemiso without two fingers in the ear. And understand, sir, the always two fingers in the ear, and that they be a mechanical no. It is simple. The reason behind that is you have two things to live on this earth. You have two things, only two things. That is either you live good name or bad name. So it's up to you to decide. Into always the two fingers in the ear. So it reminds you of whatever you are doing and the impact that you will be making in this life. And until that, I start today's show with you with a lovely and a wonderful quote. I say, pray and let God worry. Pray and let God worry. Now I say, Odiani say, Ode Mpaye Nebe Wajuma. Odiani say, you keep on praying. The arcano is left to God to decide as to wherever and whenever to do that prayer. So in some na walking in that prayer, so what no, and na ebehano to when obey the amawo. You can never decide the part of God. You can never decide when and how God also will be the mawo. Or no, and a better when to do it for you. So pray and let God worry about the prayers. More no one kasa. Because I see in all things, let's give thanks and praise to Him. And at the end, no one on this earth. And a way to me, I joined the Basafa Kumpo at the account on no one kasa. Ne chingching wana so no ankasa ne na ho nti na kire we said nothing be being obich my on this earth a bit me I fulfilled that the blessings and one no ankasa a willingness to do that for you, and that is the reason why you have life today. Had it not been His mercies in Kenen Kawunti, that would have been impossible. So impossible is only the word written in the heart of the weak that seems to say it is nothing or nothing is going to be achievable by him or her. And don't be a weak vessel. Impossible will always be the tank, and now say the words you keep on speaking to your own self, because as to whoever started something or started, it wasn't achievable somewhere, and with me achieve will be. Impossible is only the word speaking by the weak one who thinks achieving something demands time and a certain strength without putting in the works. Keep on pushing, for you will definitely get there. Thank you so much. And this is right here in the series of Radio Kulcha live on Facebook is Ghnewsnow, and YouTube is Ghnewsnow. As we start entertainment arena with you right here, we are going to give you all stories around. Like I said, inside this arena we mono a lot of things in ATMC stories we bring and yana was arena we mo would have a bit of entertainment. That is going to be our main core. And the other side is going to be a bit of education and other stories that would be in the form of a social story, a better your path. No, that is what we talk about right here in the studio. So sure, no, you're flipping it on the BB demo live and color. But until that, for those of you you are lovers of music, you definitely know this story. Baby, I started here. Baby echo any baby about baby drew. How are the trending AC echo about it? But I would want us to go and watch this video we say yaba. Then we will all have a breathe on that. Let's go.
Follow, find them more Afro dance or no?
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys. I listen to Nwom.
Yeah. I like the way you're saying Afro dancer because I'm the one that named it that way.
Okay, but then I've accepted it.
Exactly.
And once I'm saying it's Afro dancer, it means it's Afro dancer.
Thank you.
Because what I say is fine now.
Thank you.
And Obi Ntia said that's his
top
problem.
actress.
That's a part. And you know, the Afro dancer.
But
Afa. And the American says Afro dancer now more, you know. I don't really follow everything everyone.
Nice one. That is Stoneboy Livingston, interviewed by Delay. And we know this interview, for more Marshall interview, and as a Marshall video, no, way back it dated 15, 13 years ago. That was when Stoneboy was talking about this genre. What music, there is this music industry, in Ghana, no. We have the high life, we have the hip life, we have the hip hop, we have the Afro beat, and all other genres. Ghana piano, dope nation, monsono, Hong Kong. Now, this particular genre, no, the Afro beat dancer, Way back, and now we all grew up knowing the dancehall vibe, originating from Jamaica. That is the Patois country, you know. So the dancehall, or the genre that it is known by them is the dancehall. Yeah, who be free? The Huyan is a Ghana, so you adapt a bit of it. Yeah. Even though the Patois is not up to that level, and said say Jamaican casa na uber tenisano. But as we say, sometimes a certain genre can be defined by the rhythmic pattern of how things are arranged on the beat, just to suit that genre, no. And then the made me classify and say this particular song, no, you put in under this genre. And in all things, we have this dancer la young kasa young crowd for the person I beat me I can't watch is Samini Dagate. Samini, I name so no, and I started this whole thing. I'll be TTC one Nippon movie, and so become one and you of watching the dance. I'll say, Ababaye, a mega genre in Ghana. I give it back to some artists like Shadawale and Stoneboy himself. But the Afrobeat attached to that, you know, is what Stoneboy is claiming. Say, one no, and I started here, and that video, no, I check. Or yeah, that interview no I check. Sa seven or kind no I check. But shake it to the max. This song a trendy pa, and I wouldn't want us to go into that song, no. And nuntino and ma Stoneboy quote tweet yeah about this one, no, yes, yeah. This is the tweet, you know, that is hashtag Afro Dancehall Inventor. Before they argue it out, remind them that the boy from Ghana said it first and won the first BET, that is 2015 for it. And you know, the Afro dancehall, no, it is Afrobeat and dancehall. A decade and I will push it this thing. And no, and I will say, I am happy to see fellow artists start the hashtag that is the Afro dancehall. And if this hashtag, you know, a thing, people are trending it on social media. What Stoneboy is claiming, I say, attach it to my name and give respect to that on my name because I started this genre. Take it or leave it. Like the video said, one no. And it started here. And as at the time, one not all comment here, and now say, oh yeah, that interview, you know, concerning the Afro dancehall thing, no, we had nothing like that. But now a new thing and a number waves in but we didn't know it today. And you know, the Afrobeat vibe attached to the dancehall, no, gives you a little bit of Yankasa, your own way of the cultural songs that we do. A bit of the traditional music, you know, and a little bit of the African style that gives us the culture. And the dancehall, no, Ababa to give us the flavor of that dancehall vibe, you know. And you know, one no, and start here not to play any song, but we can all testify to certain songs done by him, which gives us the Afrobeat vibe in addition with the dancer. And with that, you know, and Samini Dagati, as we say, hey. Min can be Min kan shempi. Samini and so tweeted this on social media. I was saying, Ben, I have always represented African dancehall, my guy. I inspired at Shatawale GH. That is Shatawale and or hashtag again or no. Or say I inspired Shatawale to start looking this way with that LOL. That is the laughing sign. Of course, I directed and put out Stonebwoy first album, and it was a hit. I have never been mute when it comes to Stone. Sometimes I come out to defend when I don't have to. Don't push me. Don't push me. And that is the warning sign or a caution that Samini is passing out to. Stonebwoy said, well, when I started this African dancehall thing, was started and you said, so if you want to claim something, if you want to say, maybe boss, my guy, so boss, I've always defended you. A corner baby, and I may count some. Let me defend it. Certain things you can me defend it because this is Stonebwoy, and you, me and I'm buy, and you started from my own camp, high grade family. And you know, I can never stand anywhere. Now, me and Kasama Kwara Matiti one and same you honoma. Yakase. Me you are you promo and I'm my two JJ media my social media and I said the world so much here you are part. And no Samini is trying to tell us he has always defended Stonebwoy, but this time around Stonebwoy shouldn't push him. Dabi. Nema Stonebwoy pushing a cry. And say father and son vibe. There are lots of videos. It looks as if says Samini through a certain job would be to Stonebwoy concerning this whole thing about him being the originator or the inventor of Afrobeat dancer. But as to you listening and watching us on Facebook, Ghnewsnow and everywhere, how do you also see this the Afrobeat dancer? Which has given birth to a lot of musicians. So what can I for this genre? It was first the dancer. Any benya the African dancer liya Samini eka huasemi. And nkrofo hu ne fa eye. Any benya onu ankasa de Samini. Yeba benya I1 down to Poom. Any benya Jupiter. We have episode. We have Shatawale and the now Livingston, that is Stonebwoy. And some artists, they are all in the genre, say, yeah, dancer. But the major talk of town is the Afro dancer thing. So big ups to everyone, or your inventor of this whole thing. But the truth is, as to whoever invented this, continues to be the fight on social media. Lovers of music are still claiming as to who are or deserve it. Thank you, and let's flip it on to another story. But until that, I say, stay with me right here in the studios as we do Entertainment Arena right here in the studios for you. Ghnewsnow, go on Facebook, Ghnewsnow. Coach is here, bringing your stories, bringing your comments, not young vibe over there. We are also live on TikTok. TikTok and also Chogopa. And if you join me on TikTok, you can also leave your comments over there. I can see some people are live on TikTok. Shout out to my Bodins. What I say, we are doing the show with you right here in the studios of Radio Kulcha. If you go on Facebook, consult me out over there where you can also have a video now. You bet can watch some BBA. And if you join me, and well, if you comment, na yedin komosa edia maye. And Mr. Producer, on the side of the Afrobeat dancehall thing, claim me the fight on social media. We will also have this story. We will have an interview with a senior lecturer. That is Samuel Ziga Richard, a senior lecturer. And so ever share the view about the what's happened, the training video air course on social media. He happens to be an educationalist, a serious activist. Way back 2024, we heard him saying a lot of things about education. He said, Ghana and our educational system, is pushing students to learn and maybe as a and maybe as we are not ready for it. We don't even know the future of those things, And he happens to be a serious activist when it comes to this whole thing with education. But the aspect of this conversation with him today about in China now is this video. So give me that video. Nah, you
go.
Yeah, this video na go no so bit me sound no for a check a dia mame na video no actually go aha na de ho nkomo. This is what happened today our UPSA University of Professional Studies Accra UPSA no na this whole thing the task force one more so who students bi na ye drag na ye twene kwa any a branch bi sa wonu ni trimu a one thing this indecent dressing so in our various schools and institutions near Bontain. Baby. And at this Sanyama we say so honum. And at Sanyama we say so honum. And some students and Korani be honum said your mercy address and you may be an ye a dressing huntino. Yatrin warm say Mumpian Free School Campus one not among dressy no mumra. As to its effect, as to its importance, and as to how a bit me a promote education system na ye one organa hana is the reason why we'll be having this interview with the senior lecturer Samuel Ziga Richard. Senior lecturer at University of Education, Winneba. That is a senior lecturer in guidance and counseling at the University of Education, Winneba. His major concern is about the management and counseling and career counseling. Say Uber manage students, any enemy be a betimi abwa and quadra I was school more addition honeyama. That is going to be the reason why in side we are a CA, as to how we can cancel certain students. Now emfa we all know it's a DB BCBA and we have a bit of trauma in that. But to touch on this with a very hard feeling, I would say, it's a no for me. This video is a no for me. And it is something that we have to do it and do it well. We are gradually adopting or copying certain lifestyle be right here in this country. We tend to answer this whole thing with it all right. I need or no freedom to do it. What doesn't go in line with our culture. Reason being is now we've gotten a lot of students and now say Maya be a member be what they are interested in is addressing anyhow. Said ya wape na oko engine on the line is Mr. Samuel Ziga. Good afternoon, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, please, and you?
We are well.
Yeah, thank you so much for honoring our invitation to be part of the show today to have your take on the recent video which happened today at UPSA concerning some students. Task force dragged them out of the campus due to indecent dressing. First of all, you having the major side of counseling students upon how they turn out to be morally upright in the educational circle and an educationalist. How would you describe this whole thing?
Are we going for English?
Anyhow, anyway, I'll be cool with it if you blend the two for us.
Yes. You see, in those days, the indecent dressing came to the scene when majority of us were exposed to foreign culture and their mode of dressing.
Okay.
When you look at the foreign culture, as well as their dressing is.
Okay.
Because of the weather, when they say the weather is hot, they put on anything just to have that sunshine, because when it gets to the wet season, they don't have that thing to enjoy. So the indecent dressing, when we were in school, when we were attending secondary school, every school has an uniform for both boys and girls. And you have no choice, but when you get to the school, they have to give it to you. Whether it is oversized or whatever, you have to wear it. You don't have anything to do with the uniform.
Okay.
So these things went on, and especially at the university. In those days, before you go to university, then you are really matured. When I say you are really matured, I mean people have children and wives before they get to the university. Because you have to pass through either the training college system, or you have to go through the sixth form. 5 years after 2 years, that is 7. And the middle school living is 10, 17. So before you even go to university, you're already 20, 24, 25. So people were really mature. So this type of dressing was not showing off. But these days, our society is corrupt as far as dressing is concerned. The very places that we think that this type of indecent dressing will be checked is our churches where we worship. But believe me, on Sundays when you get to our churches, you will be shocked. And that is the house of God. Now, when you come to the university, because the universities don't have prescribed uniform, and people will think that once someone is in university is matured, we allow them to do things that they want to do. So if the management is not vigilant, these things happen. These things happen at the blind side of them. And I don't know, because it's coming from the society and entering the universities. And these university students are going to be leaders in the future. So what signal are we giving to the people? So I think that the UPSA, whether management or whoever, they have started it. And now suggest that at least there should be that level of dressing. And there should be somebody responsible for that, so that every morning that person will go around the lecture theaters to see. Once we do that, I mean, people will come back to their senses and behave the way a lady or a man should behave. There are some people, boys or men, when they dress, even the boxer pants is showing. What type of dressing is that? If you want to show your boxer pants, then don't wear the trousers at all. Just wear a shirt on and use the boxer pants. I know ladies, some 50% of their dress are showing. I mean, a lady will wear a uniform, you cannot even bend down to pick something when something falls down. So where are we going? What are we teaching the children here to board? Yes.
Well, you've touched on a very sensitive thing for me that I would want us to throw much light on it, which has to do with the uniform thing. We already know that in our training colleges, we have this uniform, which is fully described for anyone or enter into our various training colleges. Can we turn to a certain direction where this thing can be mandated and compulsory at our various universities, because these are the places where we see this kind of indecent dressing?
Yes, every university is autonomous. So there can never be a general consensus that this is the style, or this is the type, or this is the size of the whatever you want to wear. And apart from that too, universities don't prescribe uniform for students. So when you come, you may not even know lecturers from students, unless if the person is at the lecture theater. So what we need to do is that universities as individual institutions, yes, they can have something like uniforms, not like the senior high, but the material will be there. You buy it and you show it, but the dimension will be given to you. If you go that way, it will be okay, because there are some departments at the University of Education Minimum.
Okay.
On a special day, they wear these coats and the rest. Especially business students, you see them in tie. They dress like bankers. So if we institutionalize these things, it will work.
Okay.
It will work.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a matter of collaborating with the SRCs and the grassroots presidents.
Okay.
And then the student body. Then we can have a way. Otherwise, when we leave these things out there, these people are going back to the society.
Okay.
They are going to our villages to teach them. They are opinion leaders. So definitely the young ones will copy. And when it is going to end, we need to tackle it head on.
You being a lecturer, where do you think we went wrong when it comes to our culture, our style of dressing, which gives us
the culture is the society. You see, in a society where children are indisciplined, where did they learn from? Did they learn from it? It's an adult in society.
Okay.
No, let me tell you something. In those days, when they say your father is a thief, it's very painful.
Yes.
But these days, they've given him a name, corrupt. So when they say my father is corrupt, it doesn't touch me at all. What is corruption?
Okay.
You see, but if they say your father is a thief, it has a fancy meaning, it has a free meaning, it has a meaning, it has all the Ghanaian languages meaning. So how many of us can translate corruption in ever, corruption in Tabani, corruption? So these things have come up just to cover certain bad things. And society is not leading, because if you do, the family is broken. The family is no more playing a role. Now we have not given the schools the authorities to discipline our children. Yes, that no teacher should discipline a child. No caning, nothing.
Okay.
So if the family fails, it is the school who should have done the correction.
Okay.
Now the school too is not doing it.
Okay.
So who trains who? Nobody. And society is no more acting as a teacher. This time you cannot even discipline anyone's child, because who dare you? The mother will come after you, the father will come after you, the parents will come after you. So when something is going wrong and the parents of that child are not around, nobody cares. And that is the society we are building today. Okay. Because of human rights.
Okay. Can we specifically say that this kind of indecent dressing in our various institutions has been the reason why we see this kind of social vices, which has been a branded name given to prostitution that we call as hookup, and the other words, which happens to be the Game Boy, Game Boy thing, which was already fraudulent act that we say as scammers and fraudsters? Can we say that this kind of lifestyle are all the reasons why students come out of the universities and they decide not to go into the corporate world, but they turn to the other direction?
Yes, it's part of it. Because you see, when a child is exposed to the world and is not controlled, the child picks anything and starts to do it. Okay. And if the parents, the first point of call is the who. If they are not able to check it, that child gets out there, and then he learns more about that. Okay. Now the school is also to check it. Okay. Now the school is no more allowed to check. Then, until recently, before the Minister of Education says, indisciplined students can be put on book, can be dismissed, can be what? This is what we want to see. Okay. And this is what we want parents to accept. Okay. Especially at their PTA meetings. They should talk about these things. Okay. And give the power or the responsibility to the teachers to make sure that these things are done and done well. That's all. Okay. We can do the correction. Okay.
Now, I remember way back, that was 2024. You said something about the government pushing students to learn certain things, so it doesn't even give them the future or how the whole future will turn out for them. Can we say that some courses that we have started teaching the students in school has been the reason why the professional way of dressing, because you made mention of business students dressing decently because of the kind of courses or programs they are offering, so it automatically directs you to dress certain way. What about the other courses? Is it the reason why?
Yes. You see, the other courses, that's why I'm saying that, like business students,
yes,
and science students, they put on their white coats and whatever.
Yeah.
That does not stop any other program, like counseling.
Yeah.
We make sure that if you come to lectures and you are not dressed as a student counselor or trainee counselor, we work you out.
Okay.
So that next time you will see, and you'll be probably the odd person of the class. So next time you won't put up those things.
Okay.
But the numbers is also another issue.
Okay.
If you have about 500 students and you are teaching them, how do you check these things?
Okay.
So it must come from a departmental level.
Okay.
It must come from the whole level.
Okay.
And someone must be responsible to checking these things.
Okay. Well said. We thank you so much for everything that you said. But you've been a counselor. This thing just started today. And I know you've already touched on that it is something that we need to encourage. And because idea be a we be say we know it. Nka first no nka a job will be coso na sen company fu bi e wo hono mu a the way we see dress ko hono mu kra no speaks a lot about it. But ene yet ni nyina afra UPSA as that is idea we say. How can we all put our heads together and support this whole thing with that going against the said person, yet the task force that they've started this whole thing as at UPSA? Because we all know that Ghana now, whatever you do has to do with a little bit of politics in that. So how can we protect something like that without going after the said people that have started this whole thing?
Thank you. You see, yes, in Ghana today, everything you do, they bring in politics.
Yeah.
But individual homes, when your child is 12, it's not about any political party. At the end of the day, that child will come back to you. So it is a responsibility of the parents to make sure that they bring up very good children. And when everybody is doing or playing his part, these children will get to society and society will change. Now you have a mother in the house. The mother always dresses indecently. How do you think the daughter of that mother will dress decently?
Okay.
I mean, it's from the womb. And the womb, the parents, and they make up the society. So once they realize that this, what we are doing is not good and they change. For example, if you come to my home, you can't dress and this autofista way. Never.
Okay.
You can't.
Okay.
So, because if I dress, as well as I am attacking my thing, put on my belt.
Okay.
So you have to do that. You cannot. But we have left our children as if there's no control over anybody. And when they get out there, they are exposed to a whole lot of things outside.
Okay.
So whatever they see and people are doing, they think is the good.
Okay.
When they bring it home, the parents don't check it, so it gets out of hand. So everybody does what he or she likes. So the adults in society must change. If we change, the children will change. So if we don't change, it will continue like this. It's not about politics. So
can we say that a parent or some parents have fully failed their children when it comes to putting them on the right path today?
Yes, some are doing it, others are not. Because these days, majority of our parents are chasing money.
Okay.
So they don't even care what the child will be. When they are going, I'll put down 5 shillings. When you wake up, buy food and eat. That food is not the only way of training the child. You must spend time with the child. Tell him what is good and what is bad.
Okay.
And then you continuously say it, because that child, after giving him that instruction, he gets out there, the peers tell him a different thing.
Okay.
He comes back continuously. And gradually, when the child picks it up and becomes part and parcel of that child, there's nobody that can change that child.
Okay.
Yes. But we are not doing it.
Okay.
And the school, as a disciplinary point to, we've taken the powers from the teachers. So who disciplines who?
Exactly. Who disciplines who? Well, looking at some courses offered in school today, is there a need for us to change certain things or get rid of certain courses or programs at the university?
Yeah, is there any to change some of the programs?
Yes, the need for us to change or get rid of some programs at the university.
We liberate some programs as well.
Getting rid of some programs or some courses at the university, getting rid of them. Because looking at some courses, of which I'm not going to mention any names of some of the courses that are being offered at the university, but is there a need?
You see, university is a marketplace, right?
Okay, yeah.
When you decide to go to market and you want to buy yam and you go and buy cassava, who is to be blamed?
You, the person that went in for that product.
Yes, that is why the children need counseling.
Okay.
Right from the word go.
Okay.
They need counselors to counsel them. You see, these days, at the BEC level, the children choose programs.
Okay. Okay.
Because they just say, I'm going to read home economics, I'm going to read arts, general arts and the rest. They are already in their programs. Do they even know the related careers of the program they've chosen? That is the question.
Okay.
If they don't know, these students, some of them will get to SS1. 2 weeks, they say, I'll go to geography class. Another 2 weeks, I'm going to history class. And I'm going to do science. They are confused. So they need counseling. And the counselors too must know the abilities of the children. It's not about that child is brilliant. He has got 6 1s. So he must automatically read medicine. Does he have the capacity? Does he have the abilities? What are the personality characteristics of that child?
Okay.
So if we do that, the child will not go. Instead of reading history, you go and buy a form to say, I'm going to read geography.
Okay.
Yes. And nobody coerces. Nobody forces anybody to buy any university entrance forms or admission forms.
Okay.
It is you
who
will say that I'll read mathematics. And when you come and you cannot read it, who is to be blamed?
You yourself.
So they need counseling right away from the GSS level so that they will know that if you pick this course, these are the things involved. If you go this way, these are the things involved. So if this is this, then I'm going to read home economics. Then when the child chooses it, and some parents will be forcing our children to read courses which they are not interested in. That also brings problems. Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time and the knowledge or the education that you passed on board today. Thank you so much. Well, finally, to the what you said, that was over the years in the past government, you made mention of the new curriculum and the failure on the government side to release textbooks. Today, do you still hold on to certain things like that? And what is the way forward to our educational sector when it comes to nurturing people to take over the country?
You're talking about the curriculum.
The curriculum and the government side, on the failure on the government side to release textbook then.
You're talking about curriculum?
Yes, yeah.
Yes. You see, curriculum is not static because society is not static. Because since society is dynamic, the curriculum must move abreast with the societal needs. And there's no curriculum that can be developed without societal interest. Now, but most often than not, what we see in Ghana is that we go out there, borrow people's curriculum whole, and want to plant it in Ghana. I mean, they are different soils altogether. You can't say grapes is doing well in South Africa, and because we're all in Africa, we can cultivate grape in Ghana.
Okay.
The weather is different.
Okay.
Now, what we need to do is that we look at our own culture background.
Okay.
And then we build the curriculum. And then, because of globalization, we infuse certain things.
Okay.
We are in Ghana today. 6 years or 7 years down the lane, new curriculum has come, no textbooks.
Yes.
Teachers are magicians. And we say we are running a curriculum.
Okay.
We are doing education in Ghana. That is why we are calling for review. And the review is on the way. When it comes, we will still look at it. Where there are loopholes, we put it.
Okay.
Look, people are saying that we should learn French. We should learn Arabic.
Okay.
I get peeved.
Okay.
And GS is saying that your own mother tongue, L1.
That is the L1.
Teach it from class 1 to class 3, and then we leave it.
Okay.
If the child fails to know his mother tongue very well, how can he learn a second language?
Okay.
And also, they are saying that if you don't pass English language, you cannot enter university. What about someone who has passed Fanti, who has passed Tree, who has passed Efe, who has passed Dabani?
Okay.
I mean, why do you have to stop such people from entering university? Because they have failed English. English is not our mother tongue. English is a second language.
Okay.
So we need to look at those things. Every country who wants to develop must build its development on its culture. In spite of that, we cannot know, because the identity, culture identifies us, where we are coming from, and where we are going.
Okay.
If you don't build the culture into the curriculum, please forget it.
Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I really like this one so much. A curriculum that has to do without the culture and our way of life happens to be something that you are copying from a different world or a different country, which will never and ever affect the way of life of how you want your people to be. Yes. Thank you, sir. But finally, as a counselor, what are you going to say to everyone? We the people in school and people that are in this world.
What I want to say is that all efforts must be on deck.
Okay.
In disciplinary nature of our children, it's not about the government who is in power. It's not about the government who is opposition. It's about the society.
Okay.
If society develops well, it will affect everybody.
Okay.
Whether you are in party A or party B. If the society collapses, everybody in it will suffer.
Okay.
So let us all build the society that we want. But we must always remember that the culture factor is very important.
Okay.
And therefore, from the word go, parents should rear their children using their culture.
Okay.
And gradually, we'll get there. It's not easy, but we'll get there.
All right. Gradually, it's not easy, but you will get there. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. God bless you for your time today. Thank you.
I'm most grateful.
Thank
I'm
you.
most grateful.
All right. Bye. Wow. What a lovely conversation today with a senior lecturer in guidance and counseling at the University of Winnipeg, Ghana. Wow. A lot have been said on the side of our education, certain things that we need to do right, and certain things that we are doing blindly, we are copying blindly, which has to do with our education, most especially with the new curriculum or our curriculum, which says we shouldn't copy anything outside the world or copy something elsewhere which doesn't go in line with our culture. Because the true interpretation of that is having a new curriculum that says that students shouldn't be beaten. And we have our own culture which says now, because of politics and our way of life and how we want things to turn out in say teacher ni mono obebona just what try the crawl no headmaster ho no what trust the cron the headmaster the headmaster chere about do for kutwa akwara no inti sada no say headmaster call meeting bi okọ ba bi na wantimi am muscular that means akwara no fa ne complain if at all na train sa akopem say headmaster beba. And no enam swama say we call some of the schools of which we all know a nyina ye ni so asem. If a teacher Maming use the word mistakenly because any mistake na nkede na beba ma teacher ni be use about the atia akwara because akwara na ya de bone na ye be wie ne be ka kire akwara kro ne say ana teacher ni kro ne say you've done a wrong thing enti no parent beba school no abeki kana adwen de akire teacher ni no parent timiko school mu no akoyije teacher ni ho adwuma all because yes say yenti akwara yemfa banka akwara na abebu akwara no so looks as if say was so pampa akwara no when it comes to teenage pregnancy how yesi pampa teenage pregnancy no akwara man akwara so ya akono sem wa for obako school. Of course we cannot say education bet me deprive obia say nipa ni ntimi nko education ntimi nko school and now say nipa kon awu ntini becomes a disability. So I was see a disadvantage that particular student na nasa akwara krono because of say wakofa nyinsen and na wanyem. But how are we shaping the society to tune in line with our culture? For us to get the requisite or the right people that we want them to become the future leaders. It takes only certain course universities, certain courses be, certain programs be, and they are much concern about dressing. I am much concern lecturers be and a bit me so I catch or say dressing at the right lecture hall. No, I am never and I will never allow you so be right classroom into no pamo. But other programs and other lecturers I will feel say, oh, me the mad then I may be bachelor no. Or more than better say you will see students were PSC a BIA dread DB. Not to say it's the corner nipa corner, but right is right and wrong is wrong. We all know this. This is never our culture. And as to however you would define it, either you front upon that, we are saying that certain things doesn't define us as Africans. Way back and now for the people and the names somewhere musicians are no more PSC because that is the lifestyle. A more muhuni said they are living a luxurious life. Enti no sanya man no mo ya nanka yihu ni say artist be easily yihu ni pakro na ma hu ni say this is artist so a musician and no hu a musician na hu obi so a layman na woni ka prince hu tattoo all over our bodies, piercing all over our bodies, dread all over because that is the style we are copying. Living the same thing now Emma will be looking upright out there. Emma utimi hu ni say this is the society we don't see it anymore. Our local councillors, I don't know whether they are sleeping. Yentimi hunu impenifo ntimi ntufu anymore unless it's a social gathering be. You don't see the era of say obehu enkwada na penimu betimi atia kwada we say jade awo ye no. Fi ho no obetwa kwada no tumpo ye no kra de ene obi be ka kire say sebe wabodua na dane because we ye mistake now the abakwa kan obi ba wa abonten. Ekwanya ne maami betimi aba so power no yemu kra besho or because this is the generation we are in and we call it the Gen Z era. And we keep on falling ourselves into certain traps. Parents will start crying. But meanwhile, we neglected our responsibility right from the onset. And no, and the senior lecturer actually yemu ame yehuni say parents ni are failing, the society is so failing, and we are copying certain things blindly. I have on the line I wonder community mental health officer and so no yenene baba have a conversation baba can be educate us on certain things, and this discussion I have the interview with a senior lecturer, Samuel Ziga Richard, a senior lecturer at guidance and counseling at the University Winneba. What happened today? Our UPSA task force apamon kwadabi. Put them on their toes to dress well. Is it going to be a one day wonder? Is it going to be a dear? And then quite a year into Janis and na ye betwaso because ye kasi ye twaso and pressure be so better. Students putting on certain works because we school ni, but it's free here. We have these young girls and boys, they are flaunting certain things in school. Man, where did they get that money? But that is what we are propagating in schools. And so back then, said the lecturer can was say sanko we be university a na nka nipa ko na matured enough nti wo wura ho no owo ba intenya fe no this ka bi ko akototo se be front a na enwi akese awodo atọtọ phones akese nti na yenim se wo kọ na dwini mu do okura nsem bi sebe a wode kobo bra no wasan so di abafie. But today we are not seeing all that. Today we are not seeing all those things in Tinkorako school. They do all sort of things because that is the trend we are going, and we are the Gen Z world. Into which should be outfits in a dressing or the lecture hall. Na okwa dia. Yeah, na araho. Thank you so much for those who are joining on TikTok. Leave your message over there. Say unhuni na sa unhwe video ni bin so dia. Go Facebook, Kuko Facebook, search GH News Now. GH News Now on Facebook. Video ni go honum. Students are your pamo or mo enne. Say, womo dressing in some fata. Indecent, that is the word that I describe it. Indecent, dressing in some fata. Ya pamo or more my to freestyle. Boys, you need your mutini in ya in some way. Uber force when you know. That is a story, and that is a video. Yedi ehon enkomo. On the line is Ike Wonder. Ike, can you hear me? What do you mean? Unmute your microphone. Enkomo. I think Ike network, but yenya Ike is wa yabako line so na kwakwadin komo. That is a mental health officer. Ike, so what you mean can now mute your microphone or not yedin komo. Why? But video no said I make no and na guno. Join us on Facebook, GH News Now, and YouTube. Na announce no. Wakoshe video ni bi hono mo di amaye na yatwa in common. So for those of you who are joining on TikTok and also no I can see one nice lady with some is it pink and a red top be hono your name I can see it well. And I also have Asantua and so honum. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. But go on Facebook right now. Na young share there concerning the video na ye can watch them no. So what I see sir, and I call right here in the series of Radio Culture and this entertainment arena. Any doing commodore. And let's go for that quick break. When we come back, we will definitely get in touch with Ike Wonder near talk conversation or so at the amount. Let's go.
Best kept culinary secret.
Since 1994, crafting natural products with organic shea butter and red palm oil. All products are available on Walmart.com and Shopify, or visit our website at chrismark.com.
Back on the line is Ike Wonder. Ike, what do you mean, Ka? I think the network, any Ike Nini Kra, and I know he's been trying to reconnect, but but we wish to say keep me on today's edition of Entertainment Arena. Na yani ne din commerce to what he has for us. Abana ya adwene mu, yansha adwene ni mu. Yenni adwene ni mu nkomo. Na yentiminti niema bi ase. De ebeba ama student a wo ku school. Ebetimi address anyhow. As to na adwene na etesen ede na wo kopen wo ho. Ebra ben na wo pa abo. Na ade ben kra na dan ani so ya friend say anisuade hunu say bibi dan ani so. Nti no ebema student be dress anyhow because me and me bomb life. Sometimes universities nibi and now if you meet some people around now should dress no dear prefer school mo ba ubi say who say now we so the free lecture hall and ya hwe ni din ama ne this ade we akwa na lecture hall say na we say na we nyina no ya na hosem but we call it the Gen Z no abel for no no say na ya na afraid ho but the truth is we have to be mindful about it. Said lecturer can adia me okan ya na me depa say your curriculum na ya na and your demo schools it should be one thing a back kasa afa ye culture your curriculum no mainly should be centered about what the country stands for. It should be mainly about what the country wants to get to years ahead, because we can take countries like China, any other developed countries, and as other advanced countries now, modern technology muna. They are developing because they have a certain goal for themselves. They have a certain target for themselves as a country. Say this is where we want to get to years to come. And all those years, and they've been putting in major works when it comes to one particular thing that is technology. And they've been pushing technology. Has to be technology. And if you see China today, if you see anything about China today, Ninyina is about technology. But Ghana, what do we stand for? Where do we want to get to years to come? And him funny a person years ahead of us. And what do we want our students, the graduates in Crawford, ye from say and in Difoni or yes, yapon in and him funny a person mudru. Na DNA a person mobile or mine dating into courses a bang, programs a bang, like lecturer said, or say university HSF market will be alcohol to buy anything. But wona de na wo kwakoto no and na wo say obi say ahun say how would that thing na me kwakoto no help me and is it impulse buying man planet me kwato so na makoto bi because I me cresika and makoto no market that shouldn't be the entire call market wo. The market center no should be a place you have a plan thing, you have something in mind say adiwe na me kwakoto de abeyi bibi se fufuo na apese wo wa onko kromu nkwankwankoto emu. So man can na akoto ya laudable enough because e binumu use man can the fufuo. But why guess we need to yourself fufuo na wo ba be ye ho adwuma. Okọ ya asema akoto mo mato anwa de aka ho. Oba ya wo san so bisa nkrofo say nti fufuo ikra meden ma wo. Meanwhile, the product or the ingredients you have at hand no enye ntinzi na akọ market wo. It becomes to say you have no goal. And that is how come again na ye hu say. It looks as if you have no goal. It looks as if say you need to be in our educational sector. And obia we school I will feel say me go school ni bi because school na ba na was me kobi me wie me nam for school into was me kobi. I might if you 1 year, 2 years, and or apply ye na no course be at the money be and I was say would dear chile no aqua ye be wie na when your baby and far was saying ane government in create juma ye near you may be abonti, but you ask yourself for say what triggered your own mindset and the reason to acquire our course at the university. We don't know. We know we cancel students anymore. No more counseling at SS, any other places, you know. Even universities, we have guidance and counseling centers. They counsel students every day. And sometimes they come to the department, to the lecture hall, so no matter can same be their chairman. If you have a problem, you go there, no wedding come on. But now we don't see all those things because we think students are on their own. I think Ike is on the line again. Check him out, if you can have him. And not to income. So Ike. The network, I am very, 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 very bad about. But I think with time. If you don't get him, yeah, the better one. Yeah, sure. Okay, Ike is back again. Ike, what do you mean? Hello. Wow. Network, asemo. Any but I don't know if well, no problem.
Since 1994, crafting natural products with organic shea butter and red palm oil. All products are available on Walmart.
Sitting here meditating and pondering on the ways of the world today, thinking of my people Africa and the state of the continent today. How mothers fed their children today, as granny goes down on her knees every day and prays. How many souls are dying from causes that could be prevented if we did have leaders who cared for us today? Zion and Yahweh, Zion away, Zion away. Africa rise, young. Every 4 years, the literature and say he's your servant today. After you vote for them, they metamorphose into your masters. I say, have your say, we'll have our way, yeah. Not no strange, it's cow demon crosses. Meanwhile, souls are dying from causes that could be prevented. If we did have leaders who cared for us today. Diana, Yahweh. Away from your slumber. Diana, away from your sleep. Diana, away from your slumber. Africa, rise. We can be great again. World turbulence among the politics. Never hypocrite, lava, never ever quit, just a little bit longer. Victory is near, they're gonna disappear, go under. The leaders, them no care, never tend to share. Babylon quit, the shedding of blood. Your heart that goes over if you show no love. Stay away, consciousness. What the God it is and if for no righteousness. Just make sure the children live. I pray for the future generation not to give up this fight. I pray for the children of tomorrow not to sell out their birthright. Cause when I look afar I see the strangers eating up your food. Another form of slavery is coming here again. And that's why people are dying from causes that could be prevented. Oh yes, we do need some better leadership today. Oh, 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 Zion, Yahweh. Zion, Zion.
Okay, welcome back once again right here in the studios of Radio Kulcha. And we are still giving you entertainment rights in the studios of Radio Kulcha. On Facebook is GH News Now and YouTube is GH News Now as the conversation still unfolds. The latter part of it is going to be education, as we are going to educate ourselves mentally, how our mind can be stable on social media and in our works of life, and now say how we do our things in the world. On the line, as near connecting I think this time around we are also going to have it via phone call. That is Ike Wonder, and now say the community mental health officer. So if you can hear me, Ike, what do you mean? Hello? 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 Wow. Hello? Hello? Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Yeah, so Papa.
Yeah, okay.
I hope so. How you? Yeah, I'm proud of me. How you, pa? What you mean, Kyei? Well, today on mental health issues, regarding certain things, should be a bit my adrenaline, no, I stable. No, what do you have for us today? Hello. Well, sorry to have cherished viewers and listeners. Still now we definitely have the conversations and every bit to me and in a dim common you. Ebiana, you've been waiting for this segment, you know. Send be a once on same home bit me at na when you also dear Eddie free won't you know. If I could, can you hear me now? What do you mean, Kazi here?
Yeah, me too. Kabas or Casa no actually.
She said, yeah.
The Casa no actually.
Okay, no problem. Also, the never pa, but if so, wait me at over teaming can ye pa the anchor problem you.
Okay, Martin.
All right. Like I said, today on mental health, you know, what do you have for us? I do know a him fan aqua drone sense na yin see and charge emfa. I don't know if a video na a go no.
Mental health as a whole, general well-being of human being, no. Baby, any how I'll say a tear for so sit on my dream money behavior and certain things here. Yeah, you know, society money around our segment, you know. Be a year, no. Meet me, know about the questions and answer education wise, so now. You're very okay, baby.
And you know, just educate us. And you know, I dream baby yeah, they go school muna. It looks as if say maybe a touch you. I don't know, say who follow story na na say the trending videos on social media. Ote ho asema na say wohwe bi nso a UPSC
problem in man said that full concept, but
yeah, UPSC
video no as talking about indecent dressing. Students be a put you on at the campus and I say
yeah, exactly. I know.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. I know as a video now and make one watch me.
And with this, no concerning health and concerning mental health, no, I can say it's abnormal behavior and the mental health. Abnormal as in say that dressing nipani puti on no, it's not accepted by the society and I say the school institution as a whole. Instead of making what's in ye pan.
Me too as a pa and to as a mommy.
Ebano say na make us a mental health side, you know. Your abnormal behavior and your normal behavior. Abnormal no. Yana certain behaviors be a nipa exhibit within the geographical area na say certain place will be any accepted by society no. And as an institution nipa no ewu. And there can be abnormal behaviors be a extremely high and a bit so on a beyond nipa a thinking and a bit above nipa a thinking. There are certain abnormal behaviors be nipa be a lead to good side. And sometimes they be so a lead to bad side. Your share dressing lady ko meaning say more now. Yeah, tertiary institutions, you know, Yawo emre say students they with me address anyhow be at their lectures. But so about health sectors ne aside ne dia ya na strictly say student there a uniform and our best. Intino looking at this point of the story no me when they say a institution I school and allow certain things be I'm gonna go on and grow see and you say students be yeah now sometimes and any panangasa epe and or the sometimes due to peer pressure and peer pressure and also as in say what be influenced by the friends ebi and the friends ebi o go school nipa na entirely shemu entesa ebi o dress decently e woni fie and as baby bi o go do school o campus ni ade ne friends o no mu leave influence ni ntino onu se so no so na agente so wo se santale ni bia and me na look is ono so ye de nice and the next other aspect is with me aye ba akoso so ne se nyese bitia ba akoso ne se lack of parental care. Did say ni pay di atadi although no ya omo na omo free and about school. Ebi so on mo hostels and sound on mako. And say parental skills and as parental control no very strict to the extent say akwane bobo no ho nyoma ni nyina no e dia ko school no and a parent no ehun say me by nyoma si no de ko nyoma we ya esefata say dia say Christo ni anaze school ni we go school college fine but one no awofo ni lose omu control to the extent say so bi say awofo bi say me ko hu so ba sha atale we e wo media no so and e twa nda beto so ma me betimi deny say onim say ne ba ni say and also onim say behavior say na ne ba ne den e putu e wo campus no awofo no we lose no responsibility for caring and catering for akwadano. I know say bibia da wode
meti nkapa
and sometimes it be so sometimes your man ko for tie to social media snya dia no social media influence ne sa no etimi elidima obu on man ka be on nanko a cool person deep down won fie onye sa anyoma no but okodu school mu social media ya celebrities dress and ade a omudu ko shows ni ade no mu ase ye woni say ya accept wo society ni nti no obi hye sa antale bi woni say e normal nti with this I can go straight to the point to say institution ankasa as a whole LUC some certain things be everyone say you school and every institution be you rules and regulations a govern institution so buy a health center say na see students a uniform let's say uniform a tight if I say be ma setra let's say try na tight let's say yes I say come back 19 be kind of way na it means sake e free lecture room one ma ko fie ko san ho e bu okwa so anya study kura na lecture at media password etwam because the dress now dress no any decent way ye ba na man society na rules ni state says so ba be she uniform e wo se etra oni na so okutu bi na wo se etra eni se edida osre ho e ma obi hu because enipa bi evan se bu ho no ma obi hu a it will lead to sexual harassment. Se one yesterday, a bill lead to Monato. And as I say nipa so ntimi anshen hu su ya, e nyoma bebre and eba. Intino with this institution as a whole go and say omo ntimi and did the rules and regulations governing the school. Et me giant kwana momo yes I do ya. I see to it say one a student in the 4th day, but the lecturers and the director are to be blamed mostly for this kind of behavior and I say attitude that air course or campus and no.
All right. Everything ye the besia and it won't share now can in so no in some way would say a chief one will be a watch will be on so no acting seminar walking in as a power which has to do with ya fabi bia normal in you know so will be crowd social media and would dear time we think say a normal thing but mentally those things in you classify and say abnormal behavior at the society, you know, can commenting negatively about it and sana. Ya baba share the real thing the trigger the internal nipakoni ya de no crano. Actually say it's an abnormal behavior which gives an impression say adwini mu na ho. Adwini mu nti intinema we yes and then again institutions no they have failed their role to play when it comes to curbing all these things. I bet me Abuama and Kwada students live a morally upright life. Thank you so much. I think your network in the high, but just say we had to know what you also have for us today. And your for so and your for war. Thank you. Now, the for your best answer. All right, bye bye. That is it for you. And on that, I will say a very big thank you to everyone. Obia, yenini di in common today.
Afro dance or no?
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys. I listen to it,
Yeah.
I
like the way you're saying Afro dancer because I'm the one that named it that way.
Okay, then I've accepted it.
Exactly.
And once I'm saying it's Afro dancer, it means it's Afro dancer.
Thank you.
Because what I say is fine now.
Thank you.
And Obi Ntia said that's his
top
problem.
actress.
That's a part. And you know, the Afro dancer, Afa, and the American says Afro dancer now more, you know. I don't really follow everything everyone.
Since 1994, crafting natural products with organic shea butter and red palm oil. All products are available on Walmart.com and Shopify, or visit our website at chrismark.com.